Okay, so I don't know what the fuck am I doing, but okay, let's start. The reason why I want to do this video is because I'm in a place in my life right now that I know I can do better. I know that I'm going to improve and grow as a person, but I feel like I've already grown so much from like the past year and a half. So honestly, like I want to open up myself. I want to be vulnerable. I want to share this experience or like these experiences that I've had throughout my life, like from like the last year and a half, 2 years, because I feel like I want to share this with you guys. I want my intentions to basically inspire people, just like encourage people to know that everything's gonna be okay, that you're gonna get better, and that obviously people that are going through like struggles, like mental struggles or like struggles in general in your life, that everything is possible, that it's just a phase, and that you can get better. You can live with those fears. You can control them and not make them control you. Yeah, I just want to like start from the beginning, honestly, to like kind of give you like a little bit of a perspective on how everything kind of started, or the way I think looking back how everything started. So basically back in kind of September of 2018, it was my last semester of uni to finish my degree, and honestly I was kind of getting a little bit anxious because I was seeing that I was going to finish my degree and I didn't know what I wanted to do with my life. I didn't even know the things that I liked doing, and I was kind of unmotivated. Like I wasn't motivated at all. It was the lowest point in of like motivation wise in my life that I can recall, honestly. And I was really scared because I didn't know. I saw this deadline, right? And I saw that I didn't have anything clear in my head. I didn't know what I wanted to do. I didn't know what my future would look like, and that brought a lot of anxiety. I compared myself to other people in my family, people, my friends that knew what they wanted to do, and it seemed like they had everything figured out, and I didn't. And I was really scared, honestly, I'm not gonna lie. And I wasn't going through like a really good moment in my life back then. And so I remember that October of 2018, I went to see my sister to London because she lives there. My sister is my rock. She's my best friend. She's the person that I love the most in this entire world. I don't know what I would do without her, honestly, because she means everything to me. She I don't want to cry, but like honestly, like she's everything to me. And I can understand like how a lot of people can like relate to this if you have a boyfriend. I mean, not a boyfriend. If you have like a sister or a brother that you really get along really well, and you feel like that person completes you or just helps you go through like the hardest and most toughest moments in your life. And that person is my sister. And for me, it was really hard not having her around because I felt like I didn't have her in the room next to me. I felt like I was alone. I had my parents, and they've always been really respectful parents, and they've always been there for me. But I just needed my sister. So I decided to go to London and see my sister. And my birthday is on October. So I was like, I'm just gonna go there to London, have fun with my sister, and just celebrate my birthday there. So I did go there. I had a lot of fun. But when I came back from London that October, everything started to go south. My parents went to pick me up at the airport, and I was devastated. I was really. I didn't talk to them. I was really sad, and I think from there on is when my parents started to like really worry about me. Like, Joanna is not okay. Like, she's really sad, and something's happening. I remember talking to them, and they had all these theories of like why I was sad. Like they said, oh, like maybe she's going through a rough time because she just had a breakup with her ex-boyfriend, and also like they thought I was pregnant, and I don't know, like they thought that I was like distancing myself with my friends from the uni, and so they started like thinking, oh, this may be just like a patch, like this is gonna get better, but it didn't. October went by, November went by, December went by, and I was at a really low point in my life. I was really, I wasn't willing to live. I didn't want to live, honestly. Like, I didn't want to do anything. I would spend day by day by day in my room, like laid back, like laid in my bed, because I didn't want to do anything. Like, I didn't want to see anyone. I didn't want to get out home. I didn't want to take a shower. I didn't want to do anything. I didn't want to see anyone. Like, I was really, 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 really depressed, honestly. I was really, really, really sad. My parents started picking up, those signals and being like, yo, like, she's not okay. And I remember that, I don't remember exactly what month it was, but I remember there was this day that I was having dinner with my parents, and I just started crying and sobbing, and I told them everything. Like, I told them everything that I was feeling, why I thought it was sad. Like, everything was really confusing to me, but I tried to like say everything, and I started crying, 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 because I was like, I was telling my parents, I was telling them, like, I'm so sad. I'm in this state. I don't want to do anything, and I don't know why I'm this sad. And I just started crying, crying, because it felt like I was in this mental like state, but I didn't even know why it was like this. And I just started crying, and my parents were like, you need help. At the beginning, I didn't want help. Honestly, I didn't. I thought that nothing in this world, no therapist, no medication, nothing would ever help me get out of this like black zone I was in. And so I didn't want to, and I hesitated at the beginning. But later on, I think it was January or February of 2019, that I started going to therapy. I didn't go to therapy right away. I went to the psychiatrist because I wasn't in a really good state, and I started to get medicated. And at the beginning, I was like, no, like, I have to do this, but like, I don't want to like take the pills, like, nothing's gonna help me. I was really, 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 really sad, and I was really down. And I started having suicidal thoughts. And that was when my parents got really, really scared, I feel like, because I remember vividly this day where I went to the gym, because at this time I would go to the gym all the time because I wanted to like pay it off with my anxiety. I didn't want to stay at home, and I would go to the gym like 3 hours just to like forget about stuff. It was like really, really bad. I had a really bad relationship with my body, with food. I still do, but like in that moment, it was like the worst of the worst. And I remember, I was so selfish of myself, but I remember sending a text to my mom saying, when I got out of the gym one day, and saying like, I want to die. Like, I don't want to live anymore. And I remember vividly picking up the car and driving home, and honestly wanting to like have a car accident on purpose. Like, I didn't want to live, honestly. Like, that was honestly the truth. Like, I didn't want to live. I didn't see the purpose in living. I didn't see any good. I didn't see any happiness. I didn't see any light. And that was the truth. That was honestly the truth. And so I started going to the psychiatrist. I started going to therapy, started talking about my problems, and I was really low. Like, I look back, and I was looking at like conversations, phone conversations with my sister back then, and I was like reading all these like messages, and I was really sad. Thank God that I'm not in that place anymore, but it was like really shocking to like relive that and read those messages and be like, wow. Remember, it was basically in January, February, I think it was March of 2019, where I think the meds started to like kick in, because if you don't know, if you're on antidepressants, they do take a little bit of time to like start to make a difference in your like system, your brain. And I remember this morning I woke up, I was working my internship, or I don't remember, but I woke, no, I went to school, I was in my last semester. I woke up and I was like, I don't know why, but it was like the best feeling ever. I woke up that morning, and my life that was like gray became like sunshine yellow. And I felt for the first time in so long what hope and happiness felt like. Like, I was so happy. Like, I woke up that morning, and I remember texting one of my best friends from uni and telling her like, yo, I woke up this morning and I am so happy and I haven't felt this in so long. And she was so happy. I remember going to class that day and she walked inside class and she was like so happy and she gave me this hug and I was like, I can't believe this is happening. Honestly, like I didn't remember that feeling of feeling that in so long. From that moment on, I started getting better. I started getting better and I started going to therapy. I started talking about my problems. I started having more self-awareness in my life of like what what made me feel sad, what made me feel angry. Obviously, it was a really long road. I'm talking about, this is like March 2008, no, to March 2019. So it was a couple of months that was working hard on myself, and I'm still working on myself, and I feel like I've only started to like live in this happy, like efficient, meaningful, fuller, like mindset from beginning of 2020. Like, yeah, so it was a really big, a long months of recovery and self-growth. And then I remembered being like all good again, and I started telling that to my friends, and my friends started to like encourage me, and they got really happy for me, because they saw this light in me that they hadn't seen in so long. Because I've always been, before that I kind of missed myself. I was like, yo, I miss Joanna. Like I miss this happy girl, and I didn't see that happy girl in like a year, or like in so many months almost. So I just want to say that nowadays, I know this video sounded really sad, but it was not my intention. I just wanted to talk about, my life, my experience, my depression. It's something that I still have to work on every single day, but now it gets so much easier. Like I don't even think about it twice. Last year was basically a year of self-awareness. And this year I feel like is basically taking action and doing things that I want to do. Like I want to live outside home. I want to study. I want to do a master's. I've gone to London again. I've seen unis. Like I'm waiting for them to like accept my applications. I've already been accepted to one of them. I'm starting my YouTube channel. This is my first YouTube channel. I can't even believe that after like 5 years, or I don't know how many years, I'm actually doing this. I've had my blog. I'm writing things, which I love writing. I studied journalism. I feel so in peace, and I feel grateful. Honestly, I feel really grateful for being in the situation and in the position that I am right now, because I know that it's been obviously help of a lot of people, but I know that it's also been a lot of hard work for myself. And it's something that I'm working on every single day. Self-recovery is something important. You realize that it's no part-time job. It's something that you're gonna have to do and work for the rest of your life. But honestly, I think that's the best job I could ever have, because now I look at it back and it's like, I don't regret going through the tough moments in my life. I don't. And I know that's really typical and cliche to say, but it's true. Like I wouldn't go back and I wouldn't have changed anything, because I feel like, because I went through depression and I went through a really bad, dark place in my life, that made me want to be better, and not just get out of that hole, but also be better. If that never had happened, maybe I wouldn't be in depression right now, but maybe I would still live my life carelessly like before, and not really take I don't know, I wouldn't take life seriously. And now I'm taking life seriously. I'm not living carelessly and superficially and not knowing like what I want. Now I do know what I want, and I'm good with that, and I'm in this state that I don't have to be afraid of my emotions. I don't have to be afraid of my feelings. Like I don't have to make them go away, because that's only worse. Like I can be able to see them, acknowledge them, hold my fears in their hand, and just be like, hey, you're here, but we're gonna get through this, and it's not the end of the world, and you're not gonna control me. Like you're not gonna control me. And I'm in that state right now that I know everything's possible. So I just want to say that to anyone out there that is going through any type of struggle in your life, and it doesn't have to be like depression or any type of like mental health issue related, whatever. Like, I feel like mental health is really important. And for me, honestly, nowadays, I think it's even more important than like physical health. But like, that's just my personal opinion. But I feel like anyone that is going through a struggle, and it doesn't have to be like, it can be anything, like your future, your professional life, your personal life, your family, your friends, like yourself, your relationship with yourself, how you look at yourself, how what do you think about yourself, all of that. Honestly, like, there's always going to be a solution, and even if you don't see it now, you're going to see it, and you're going to be appreciative so much for it, because you're going to grow so much. You just have to be patient. You have to be patient. You have to acknowledge the things that you're going through. You have to take baby steps, and you have to like trust in yourself, because at the end of the day, you're the only person that is going to live. You're going to live with yourself for the rest of your life, and you better have a good relationship with yourself, because if you don't, nothing else is going to work for you. Like, you have to be content with yourself. You have to be happy with yourself. You have to be fulfilled with yourself and do things that you like, that motivate you, that make me want to wake up every morning and do something. And even if you have bad days that you're like, I don't want to do anything, that's okay too. Like, you can accept those days and not like run away from them. Like, if you have a bad day and that day you don't want to do anything, and when you're laying in your bed and not do anything, that's okay too. Like, not everybody's perfect, and you're not going to be productive every single day, like for the rest of your life. You're not, but that's okay. That's part of the process as well. Just think that life is not like wanting to reach your goals. Life is going through the journey and learning things and learning experiences, and through that, go and reach your goals, because that's the best thing. You have to live the moment. You have to live the present. You have to go through shitty things in your life to kind of learn and be better and know better for yourself. So that's honestly what I want to say. Like, this is just the beginning, and you'll see it. Honestly, like, trust yourself. Trust yourself. So yeah, I am really happy, and that is the best thing. The best feeling in the world, honestly. I love you.